Getting rich is surprisingly simple with these 3 steps. We're going to break it down, that and more coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, getting rich is surprisingly simple with these 3 steps. That is a headline of an article that caught my attention, some clickbait or whatever, but obviously we're in the market of helping people make wise financial decisions. And while I wouldn't call it getting rich being, the pursuit, instead I would say financial peace, financial freedom, financial success, as opposed to just getting rich. I certainly wanted to see what the author was suggesting. And just like so many things, I think, we're all trying to be healthier and we're looking for a cheat code when it comes to that I can eat all the ice cream and sugar and pop and all the things that I know to be unhealthy, and yet I can find some cheat code and indulge in those things and yet be healthy. And really the truth is, no, you eat well and exercise. That's the secret to a healthier life, a longer life for many of us. And when it comes to finances, getting rich, we also want some sort of cheat code, or we see other people have some, very unique and easy path, and we think, well, that must be the path for me. And it can be surprisingly simple, but it is, yes, applying consistently over time a few of the right habits. So let's dive into it. What does the author say? This is Jaspreet Singh, a money expert behind the Minority Mindset brand. I'm not familiar with his stuff or his brand, but I was certainly curious to see what principles he laid out. And the first of 3 ways, simple ways to get rich, is spend less money than you make. I completely agree. I've shared that principle many, many times. You're instantly thinking, wow, that is so simple. Of course, we're all trying to do that. But yes, it is so simple. You aren't able to build up money, build wealth, unless you spend less than you make. If you have some unique talent where you're able to monetize that talent and sell it for millions of dollars, i.e. Mark Zuckerberg, LeBron James, something like that, then yeah, that's the rarity. But for the rest of us, trying to be reach financial freedom, financial peace, the old-fashioned way, you've got to spend less than you make. That is one of the simple ingredients to becoming wealthy or becoming rich. Second, then, is you've got to find a way to increase how much you earn. So I like the approach here. First, whatever you're earning, spend less than what you make. But then next, try to make even more. And so I would say that a little bit differently from Napoleon Hill, an author maybe a century ago, 100 years ago. He talks about always doing more than what you're getting paid for today. Always do more than what you're getting paid for today. And the lesson that he shares there, and he wrote this during the Great Depression, the aftermath of the Great Depression, said, listen, if you're always doing more than what you're getting paid for today, then your employer or whomever is paying you is always going to feel this pressure that they've got to pay you more, and they've got to keep you around, keep you employed. And so that's a way for you to constantly have upward pressure and upward potential on your income. So spend less than you make. Find a way to make more and create more of that gap, create more of that discretionary spending. And then the third habit, the third step to getting rich, as the author says, as Jaspreet says, is then invest those dollars. And I would add, invest that savings, the amount that you don't spend, invest it for the long term. Invest it for the long term. So guys, I do think those are some of the fantastic, great habits that you would need in order to get rich or have financial success, financial freedom. Spend less than you make, find a way to make more money, and invest the difference. Now, if only life was that simple. If only you could just focus on those 3 things and push out all the noise and do that, and you'd have financial success. But guys, in reality, life is messy. What about taxes? What about kids? What about the question of, well, how much should I be saving, right? Should I save 15%? Should it be more? Should it be less? What about, well, I've been doing this for so long, saving up for so long. when am I actually ready to leave the workforce? Or how much house can I purchase? And all sorts of other questions beyond even just those. Those all get in the way, and they crowd out this, and they make it more challenging to focus on these 3 steps. Now, answering all of those questions and all of the others in between, that's your financial life. And the guide that provides you the answer to all of those as you pursue financial freedom and financial success, whatever that means for you, that is comprehensive financial planning. It's looking at the 6 areas of your financial life, your present financial position. So that is, well, how much do you need to live? Like how much should you have in cash? How much should could you afford in a house? And what type of vehicle should you drive? And how much, what's your strategy for paying down debt? All those sorts of things. Present financial position. Protection planning, how do you manage life's big risks? And the way I see it, the way we see it, there's 5 major risks that we all live with. The risk of passing away early, the risk of creating a big financial liability, an accident, something like that, a health risk, the risk of needing long-term care, and the risk of needing income but not being able to work, so disability insurance. And so looking at, well, how are you going to manage those 5 risks? And if you're going to transfer any of those risks, i.e. buying insurance, well, how does that influence your need to spend less than you make, those sorts of things. Tax planning, so not only filing a compliant tax return each year, but that's reactive. How can you get proactive with your tax picture to identify which opportunities exist to pay the least amount of tax over your lifetime? Didn't even mention that as one of the questions. As I'm saving, as I'm spending less than I earn and I invest the difference, should I invest that pre-tax or should I invest it Roth, right? That's one of the financial planning's big questions. So that's tax planning. How should I invest these dollars? Obviously, that's one of the big questions. Should it be just in the S&P 500? Should I take low risk? Should I be high risk? Should I be diversified? Should I have different strategies? That's all investment planning. Retirement planning, also college planning, and that is, well, if I'm spending less than I earn, and then I try to earn even more, when do I get off the hamster wheel? When am I able to stop working? Have I saved enough where I'm officially financially independent and I no longer need this paycheck? And then the last area, estate planning, what happens if something happens to you? Whether you pass away or whether you're unable to manage your own affairs, where do you want, who would be able to step in and help, and where would you want your resources to go? Life is that messy, and your finances, they encompass all 6 of those areas. So as you're making financial decisions, whether it's just as simple as, well, how can I spend even less and I have more to save up, or those litany of other questions that I asked, you've got to look at all 6 areas of your financial life to come up with the right answers. And that's the job, that's the role of your certified financial planner, your CFP. Their job is to provide clarity and confidence, but also creativity. And when they're doing that and you're looking at all 6 areas of your financial life, you know where you stand with one plan, you then have calm. Calm in the face of the uncertainty, calm in the face of, stock market turmoil, calm in the face of changes to your health, changes to your family dynamic, and all sorts of financial decisions in between. So work with your certified financial planner on that. Employ these 3 habits, but look at all of the other areas of your financial life to ensure that you're making wise decisions. Work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.